coming off of last Sunday, which was, we were upset about last Sunday. We thought it was a game we could have won, should have won, and didn't win. So we were upset about that. So, I think to a man, we kind of challenged each other to just do a better job. I mean, in every category. And I even said to the guys, I don't like the word "I," but I told them that we have to have this mentality where we say, I need to make a better decision. I need to play better defense. I need to rebound the basketball. And we just had that mentality that if everybody says that, if everybody says, I'm going to do this a little bit better, then collectively you put something together and you're a better team. So, I thought we played better tonight. Obviously, it's hard to score against that team. I mean, that team is hard to. That's their thing. They play good defense. And if you had told me before the game we'd have that many points, I would have been happy, but I would have been surprised too. So.
You guys both had kind of individual runs. Could I ask you to talk a bit about his play at the beginning, and then if you could talk, some of the points Marvin had late in the first half?
Yes, Mace was really aggressive tonight. Was under control at all times. Made smart plays and was real strong with basketball.
It's only a matter of time until the threes start going from Marvin. So I knew he was going to start eventually.
When your teammates highlight that, how does that open things up for you to later on?
Opens up a lot for me and other teammates because once the team gets focused on one player, then you can make one pass or two passes and another player's open. So it helps us out a lot.
Can you talk a little bit more about and Joe too is coming off the bench? I mean, every coach talks about how they like to have that guy that can come off the bench and score and have that burst of energy, but they're not. It's not like everybody has one of those guys,
I mean, we have at least 6 starters. We definitely have 6 starters, maybe more, but for sure we have 6 starters, and it's. John Beeline, who we all know and is friendly with all of us here, I mean, he definitely makes it a point to not start his 5 best guys. He likes to get better when he makes a sub. And we get better with Marvin coming off the bench. We get better when he goes in the game. I mean, he's like Vinnie Johnson. He's like the microwave. I mean, he gets in there and makes shots and gets us going and gets us bouncing. And the really good teams have they give an award for 6 man. They don't give an award for the best 5th man in the league. They give an award for the best 6th man in the league. So there's something special about that. So if any team that has one, and if it's evolving into Marvin being that guy, I mean, it's just going to make us a better team.
Are you good with that?
I have no problem with that. No problem at all.
Is that something that, Joe, that kind of opened itself up as an option once Malcolm came back? I mean, it was that situation where Malcolm came back and I think you got kicked in the Bonnet game or something like that?
Yeah. Is
that something you were looking at doing, or did it just kind of evolve the last couple of weeks?
I wish I could say, you know what, I had this planned all along, and I knew the best team, but I really didn't. I mean, what happened? Back before we met with Montreal, MJ hurt his ankle a little bit, so he didn't start in Montreal, and then we came back, and I think, Mason, did you get hurt for a little while there? Was you or was it Malcolm? Then Malcolm got hurt for a little bit, Malcolm had mono, and then MJ hurt his knee, so, it's one of the things that Morgan Wooten used to always say is it's not who starts the game, it's who finishes. And if you look out there at the end of the game, Malcolm and Marvin and Mace and Wanya are going to be on the floor. So those are the guys who are going to finish the game for us. And that's the most important word, finish, not start.
Antoine, this was, I think, probably your best home game of the season. You've had a lot of high-scoring games on the road. Is that coincidence, or is there anything you're doing differently on the road than at home?
I can't really tell you. I just felt good today. We actually had some heat in the gym, so my hands were warm. So, yeah.
Have you noticed that much that the shots are falling more in the road games than the home games before tonight?
I really don't pay attention.
I thought these guys, these 2 in particular, they really responded to getting, basically called out to do better, and they did. These guys were these 2 were great. Oh, their 3 practices, both of them. They just everything the coaches talked about. They just said, you know what, I'm going to do it, and they did. And I really think that's why they're sitting here right now.
You called them out specifically, or?
Everybody, every single guy. Like I said, everybody's got this mentality. I got to, like one guy's defense, one guy's rebounding. Whatever these guys we asked them to do, they did it, and they really were great.
Have you noticed that? Like I asked him that he's had a lot of big games on the road, and before tonight didn't shoot as well at home.
I haven't noticed it either. I haven't noticed it either. I'm just glad he's shooting well.
It's kind of a killer situation you have when those three guys are going. I mean, Antoine kind of does a little bit of everything. Marvin, I don't know what his range is. He's right it back a little bit, and then and then like Wanya, he's just so deadly at the line. I mean, a guy to have the ball in his hands at the end of a game.
It's a nice. We're excited. We got a little post play today. I thought, especially early, and Scooter blocked a couple shots early and made a layup, and Joe Thomas had 8 rebounds, and so get something out of there. We talked about this next stretch of games here. These 14 games, starting with tonight. These 14 games. What are we going to do with them? I mean, those 5 games we had to start, the 5 league games we had to start, it's the toughest it's ever been since I've been here. That's why it's just so frustrating that we didn't get that one at Siena, because you come out of there 2-3. I mean, nobody's ever proud of 2-3, but you got Iona in the rearview mirror both games. Fairfield's done 1, at Loyola's done, at Siena's done. So they're behind us now. So we'll see. One at a time.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.